Hello, good afternoon. I thought that this was a topic that would be very interesting to discuss. And the only reason why I am discussing this is because I feel that it is very relevant. And I feel that social media influencers need to watch out because there are going to be a time when a lot of the social media influencers are going to be experiencing lawsuits. Okay. Hello, Unique J. Hello. There's going to be a time where social media influencers are going to be uh, dragged to court because of this. Okay. I've been subscribed to Tony Daly for years, ever since I started my natural hair journey 20 years ago. I think it was like 20 years ago. She's been on here forever. And she put up a video, and uh, it's titled My Ex Wants to Sue Me, which is her ex husband. Um, and looking back at when her ex, because see, here's the thing, social media influencers have a tendency to bring their private life to social media. Is this a mistake? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, there is a thin line between some of the family vloggers that you see, and family vloggers, they are putting themselves at risk because there are a lot of anti family vlogger groups. There's even channels up here that they literally do not agree with people putting their children in social media. And I Okay, guys, I apologize. Um, I apologize for that. I had to take a phone call. Okay. And speaking of that phone call, where is my family protection jar at so I can get that liddy? Give me a second, guys. I want to do that real quick. What did I do with it? I think it's okay. It's over there. All right, let me move this. I got my candelabra going. Uh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So the reason why I'm discussing this topic is because I am someone that knows about energy, and I am someone that knows about witchcraft, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. People that you would not even imagine is practicing witchcraft. Even some of the trolls on here practice the craft. Okay. And, they're doing things that, go beyond, oh, let me light up a candle and say, blessed be. Okay. So you got to be mindful of that. And so now I was talking about family vloggers, but then I got interrupted. What I want to focus on is this right here. Um, when you have a couple that is in social media and there's some kind of drama, okay, that's a little bit different. It's also very different for someone to meet someone with the sole purpose of creating drama, okay, or meeting someone with the sole purpose of, harming that person's reputation. That would be a fake person. There are actual real people on here that are real couples, okay? They're not doing it under false pretenses. And, just because you featured your husband on your channel doesn't necessarily mean that they want their personal business out in social media. Okay. So I had bought a Tony Daily because I remember when they divorced. This was like 3 or 4 years ago when Tony and her husband divorced. And she had revealed to YouTube that he had been cheating on her. And it's extremely controversial because there was actually one of the mommy vloggers who did that as well. Now, typically, a lot of women, the reason why they do that, so I am on Tony's side. Just to let y'all know, I am on her side 1000%. And the reason why is because men can and will do things that will hurt you spiritually, mentally, financially, psychologically, emotionally. They will. They are notorious for that. And so when you think about the actual destructive powers of a man, I understand why these women exposed what they were going through. Totally. There was a mommy vlogger on here. I think her Candid Mommy is her name. She was married to her husband for years. They had like 3 or 4 kids. I mean, I used to watch her years ago, still do, from time to time. But a lot has changed. Along with Lucy Eads, she was married to her husband. They got like 8 kids. Um, but Candid Mommy had found out that her husband was smoking methamphetamines. And she came to social media and revealed that. And there were some people that were on her side, and there were some people that did not agree with it. And the reason why they didn't agree with it, like I can see both sides. I'm constantly playing devil's advocate. I can see both sides as to why people would agree or disagree. But you got to understand her side to not only find out that your husband is smoking methamphetamines, but then to have to deal with the negative energy surrounding that. So I believe that she came for support because I know drug addiction. Oh my God. there's demons and spirits attached to drugs, and it's absolutely devastating. It has an absolute devastating effect on the entire family. It does. It is awful. It is horrible to be someone that, decides to become addicted to drugs. You got to understand what position you're putting yourself in to begin with. And for me, I do have empathy for the addict, probably about 10%, but the rest of my empathy is going to go to the people around them, their family, their children, their spouses. That kind of drug addiction is awful. Those drugs destroy. That's what they're meant to do. They're meant to take and take and take. Okay. Anything can be that, though. You could have a food problem where you overeat too much. You can get just as addicted to marijuana. There have been people that have done it. You can get addicted to drama. You can get addicted to a lot of things, but drugs are a controlled substance, and it's very, very different than a lot of other things. Okay. A drug addiction is almost like autopilot. It is a rebel force, to where I always suggest people, especially when someone has been smoking drugs for years, that has essentially polluted their mind, and they are doing things to harm people. That, the main aspect that I picked up on, especially with methamphetamines, is the negative thoughts. Oh my God. It's the negative thoughts. It's the, oh goodness. It's awful. It's awful. It's some kind of demon. I'm not even, it's, oh God, it's terrible. And there's other drugs out there too. There's newer drugs like Flocka, and what's the other one that they're, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, so I understand why someone would do that, because they're going through things. I do think that, for me, what my preference would have been when I was going through a fake breakup about 600 times. Just to let you guys know, the breakup that I had with the troll, I dated a troll for 4 years, off and on. The 677 times that we broke up was fake. The relationship, I'm sorry, the fake relationship actually ended in 2019. But because he is a troll who never cared about me, he allowed us to break up. No, 999 times publicly, just so that he could use it as a source of humiliation. Okay. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. For me, he was just a booty call. I consecrate this candle to shield and protect, clear myself, Jacob Briscoe, Tyrese Lomax, Deja Childress, Danielle Childress, Daniela Childress, divine services, our minds, bodies, and spirits, and shield us from any and all negativity, psychic attacks, bad spirits, blessed be. Even though I already have like 3 other things put into place, I always like to light this one up. Let me get this litty, y'all, real quick. And then also our familiars. Both of my daughters have cats, and we protect our familiars as well. Okay, my daughters, they have kittens. Thank you, Unique J. My daughters, they have kittens. Jersey, and I can't remember the other one's name, but I have an older cat, and she's just y'all should, boy, that thing just keep getting fatter and fatter. She a fat little thing. Anyway, I protect my familiars as well. So Here's the deal, though, with that. And this is the reason why social media influencers have to be careful. Because honestly, and now I feel that if a troll that works with a troll network and meets up with you and trolls you and purposely tries to ruin your reputation, he open season. He's open season. I'm sorry. Yeah. A troll meeting up with a woman with the sole purpose of having sex with her so that he can drop revenge porn on her and use her to capitalize in social media to impress a bunch of trolls that probably came from the dark web. Yeah, not only that's rape. That's rape. You're a rapist. If you are a male that has done that to anybody to try to prove that you're a man to a bunch of, I don't think of that as a man, but if you do that, yeah, you're open season. You are. It's open season on you. Okay. But because there were several instances when I went through that to where I kept begging him, please, I want my privacy. And I'm a psychic. I'm a real psychic. And this whole time, I've been asking him for privacy. He's just been singing like a canary, going back to trolls, discussing, not just discussing, but twisting. He's one of those twisters. He likes to twist things and make them worse than what they are. Going back to trolls, not even giving them my information, but giving them outlandish information. So that's why he's no longer allowed within my presence. Okay, so that's different. If you have a real relationship that you decide, oh my God, this social media thing, I'm getting some success and people are watching me and this is great. I can advertise my company. And your spouse is like, yeah, let's do this. But then when you break up with them and you come to social media, you're making a choice to put that business out there in the streets for trolls, for vagabonds, for vagrants, for people that are not so savory. You're doing that. And you know what you're doing? You're opening that person up to a bunch of negative energy. Now, somebody can send you negative energy and not be a witch, right? That's obvious. In fact, I have felt the direct results of negative energy. Somebody doing a show about me. Somebody has a whole panel of people talking about me. The whole audience is talking shit. The negative energy is astronomical. So when you make a choice to do that, you're sending that person negative energy because people are going to emotionally connect with what you're talking about. I know firsthand about this because I've been lied on and slandered. Like I've had people come on here and straight up lie on me. Like, but people that got emotional about the lie that was told psychically attacked me, emotionally attacked me. So can you imagine the people in your real life that honestly, do I always feel? I feel that a man cheating on a woman, I feel is grounds for divorce. That's awful. That's horrible to find out that somebody is cheating again because of negative energy. Who is this person cheating with? Is it several women? Are these women witches? Because a man that cheats is a dangerous man. Because guess what? That woman that he may cheat with may fall in love. And so, guess what she may do? She may end up either going to a witch or practicing witchcraft herself. And she may end up throwing those people negative energy to try to get them to divorce because she wants that man. Trust me, I've been there, done that. And when I did it, the only time that I ever did it, the only time, I wasn't just doing it because I wanted that man. In fact, after what he did, I still don't want him. I did it mainly and primarily because that couple had created a powerhouse against me and I had to destroy it and tear it down. So I'm not going to reverse it. If you leave me alone and stop stalking me, because there's a couple stalking me, uniting their forces to try to harm me and my children. I don't understand why a woman would want to be with a man who's a troll, who's raping women online. But hey, look at Jerry Sandusky. Look at Sandusky's wife. Yeah, so I don't agree with that. Like, that's why I don't want to get married because I don't know what that man is out there doing. And I don't even, I can't do it because I already know that what he does is going to affect me. And I trust myself. I trust myself. I know I'm not going to go out in the world and do nothing stupid. So that's why I'm not doing it. If I can find a man that I really trust that's on the up and up, then yeah. But a man that's doing stuff like that is going to bring that negativity to your home. They're going to bring it into your bedroom. They're going to bring it to your womb. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. In fact, thank God women have periods because, I almost kind of feel sorry for men sometimes because women, when we go through womb energy like that, our bodies literally naturally expel the contents of that via our period. Good, Unique J, because it's nothing but trouble and it's not good. It's not. So, um, and so in social media influencers have to be careful with that. Um, Now, if your husband there's never an excuse for a man to be beating and violating and abusing a woman. I do not apologize for that. These men will place themselves in your life. They will even force themselves into your life. They will be physically violent. They will be emotionally violent. Unless a woman is beating on you and you have to defend yourself, you don't put your hands on a woman. Okay. Unless a woman has an intention to hurt you emotionally and mentally because she's hurt because her ex did something to her and she forced herself into your life with the sole purpose of hurting you, hey, she may deserve to get that back because I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've seen women, let's be fair, I've seen women force or insert themselves because I don't do love spells on men. To this date, I have never done one love spell to bring any of these men in social media towards me. Not ever. If I did do it, it wasn't with an intention to harm them because I want to trap somebody in my web of deceit. No, I wouldn't even play myself like that. If I'm going to have love, it's going to be real love. And whatever I need as a woman, I can get it myself. And that's the way you should be as a woman. I'm not going to be going up and down all around, flipping around, jumping up and down so that I can get a man's money either. That's never been my personality. If I'm getting a man's money, he's going to be my husband and he's giving me his money. And I don't have to go through nothing because it's a given. Okay. So, I don't play those games. But, I think social media influencers do need to be careful because when you put that business out there on Front Street, there are too many messed up people, and you have to be aware that maybe it was just, it's, a man cheating on you, divorce. Yeah, it's horrible, but maybe it's just a part of the journey. And maybe you're giving that person some kind of cruel and unusual punishment when it was just meant for you to move on and for them to move on and for you to meet someone else instead of holding on to it. Okay. People have a hard time letting go, and it leads to disaster. As a practicing witch that practices every single day of my life, I have to. I can tell you that there are ways. There's actually a ritual that you can do, a cord cutting ritual that you can do to cut the cord, walk away from people. You don't have to hold on to people. Even if somebody conjured a bad spirit, oh shoot, we done conjured this bad spirit. I'm a witch. I know how to get rid of bad spirits. So you don't have to keep going around in a circle jerk. And a lot of people are doing that. Why, I don't know. Because honestly, they can pretend as though it benefits them, but it doesn't. You got to move on and let go. As soon as you let go, that's empowerment, is letting go. Going on and on and on and on and on and on. Trying to constantly, for example, when I come on here and I speak the truth about what happened to me, they still go on and on and on. No, let it go. It's time for you to let it go. Some people don't know how to do that. And so they stay wrapped up. They keep themselves wrapped up. For me as a witch, what I do is I banish the situation. I bind you from doing harm. Yeah, even if it hurts. But you know what? When somebody has hurt me, honestly, the troll that I dated, I mourned him the entire year of 2020 because you know what I was mourning? I was mourning not necessarily him or the so called relationship, but I was mourning only the fake idea of it. And even that pisses me off because he was a troll. He proved himself to be a troll. So I got over it. A lot of times when y'all are mourning people and getting over stuff, you're mourning something that's not even real, something that was just a trick. It was a deception. So why mourn it or care at all? I don't care. I don't. I don't care about him and I don't love him. Who I love is the people that love me, that would never treat me that way. I love myself. I love my children, of course, my grandbaby. I love the people that love me, that would never violate me in that way. My clients, I love them. I don't love him because it was not real. It was fake love. It was false. So why should I sit over here and cry over something that ain't even real? Because I'm not. You see what I'm saying? So I've been over it. Don't care. And some people would say, oh, you cold blooded. No, you know, that's just like friends. When I find out you're a fake friend, I switch off. I don't have no feelings for you. But when you were in a real relationship with somebody that you was in prior to coming to YouTube or social media, you have to consider that that was a real thing. And what are you doing? Don't use your relationships for entertainment. That's not right. you have to go back and look, what did this person do for me? And you'll see that that person did a lot for you. Social media possesses people in a sense to where they think that social media is entitled to this person, almost like feeding this person to the wolves. And that's horrible. So people have to consider that. So when I looked at the title of Tony Daly's video, I was like, oh, snap. Yeah. Well, and you know what, Unique J? Social media is totally fine as long as you keep it tight. And when I say that, what I mean is don't really, most of us shouldn't even have our real government names out there. I believe my issues started because I believe that somebody put my real name out there. So what? Does that give those people an excuse? But I think that if you are in social media running a business, especially a spiritual business, you got to keep it tight. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Unique J. And I had a Facebook page. I started getting stalked by the same people actually on Baby Gaga or Baby Sorry about that. A phone call came in. I started getting stalked when I started my YouTube channel, and the person followed me over to Baby Gaga, and it was some drama on there. This person actually started impersonating me and attacking people. Brought all those angry people over to YouTube, and it's been stalking ever since. And I'm totally disgusted by the behavior, still being stalked. So, um, and trust me, in my spare time, and I do mean in my spare time, I have done rituals to get rid of the stalkers. And I'm going to try something else to stop them. Otherwise, if these people choose to stalk, all I can do is make sure that it doesn't affect me. Well, I do it for my small business, you know. Do you have to do social media to run a small business? I think that is definitely good. However, if people in social media, if your so called competitors in social media and people that don't like you decide, I'm going to attack the entire hell out of you because I'm jealous, because I want what I want to take from you, because I want to ruin you, do I feel that you should run? No, I don't. I think you should stand your ground. Yeah, I think you should stand your ground. And I think that people that do that to spiritual businesses, especially authentic spiritual businesses, I think that eventually they're going to seriously regret the day that they did that, because we are being um, encouraged, empowered by our spirits and by God or Goddess or whatever you think of God. So these people that try to shut down spiritual businesses that are authentic, who authentically are following their path and actually helping people and running their business that is protected by the Constitution. I believe in standing your ground, because a troll and a person that wants to ruin that for you, they're going to go through every single avenue, especially if you're running a spiritual business. Oh, you're practicing that witchcraft. God doesn't like that. Oh, you're this and this and that. Oh, let me start making up rumors about you. Oh, Let me make up a complete lie about you. Oh, let me send trolls to your house. Oh, let me do a CPS campaign. Oh, let me what do you call that? Let me swatch your house. Oh, let me send a troll and instruct a troll to rape you. You know how common being set up to be raped is? Yeah, so there's a big difference. So the point that I'm making is that there are a lot of horrible people in social media. And when you come to social media and you put your personal business out there, you are opening that person up to all kinds of judgment, bad energy that they may not deserve. Oh, you can text my number, the 770 number is typically the way that I do it. Yeah. So it's a bad thing, and it hurts people, it harms people. It does, and you got to think about that. And I do think that there are people that are going to sue because of that, because what you're doing is you're taking your following and you're abusing your power. Your following is your power. Okay. That's not your power, but it's power. All these people that are made up of energy is within your following, and that's an abuse of power. Okay. You may think that it's okay, but you may have not allowed the punishment to fit the crime that you believe that person committed against you. Yeah, my website, you go to shop, hun. Yeah. So, be careful with that because you can be sued. I know that Cardi B sued Tasha K. She did. She sued her because you know what she did? She went on there and said that she had a stinky vagina, and had a witness on there that was saying that eh, you know I think she said she had herpes. I'm not sure. Allegedly, because, and I'm not saying that about Cardi B. And Cardi B has a family. She is a mother, and so she's protected as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, she sued her because of that. And Cardi B said that she went through a lot because of that, because Tasha K's platform was too big. I personally do not see how an influencer can be taken seriously by anybody when they come on here and they're talking about someone's vagina. But people like their drama. People like to see people hurt. People like that. I personally never got caught up in the sensationalization of it all. One thing about social media is that you are broadcasting on a ethereal level, and you are sending out vibes to that person. You are sending out energy to people. So right off the bat, you not only have to worry and deal with being sued, But you got to be prepared for the negative energy, the karma. Yeah, I believe in karma. Okay. That when you do things like that, you have to deal with it. Even if you're practicing witchcraft and you do something like that, and there's backlash, people are thinking negative thoughts, people are attacking that person, people may believe what you say, they may not have discernment about what you're saying about that person, and they may send a bunch of negative energy and demons and spirits to that person to harm them. And you can't just say, oh, well, I'll just return to sender. No. If you can't just harm people and think, oh, well, and I always tell people that when it comes to their protection, don't think that because you have airtight protection that you can just go out there and harm somebody. What somebody does to you, you can do it right back to them. Okay? It's okay for you to do that, but the moment you decide you're going to start some mess, you better believe that somebody else is going to finish it. You cannot trespass on people and think that you can do that. So a lot of these influencers need to think about that. Social media is just a mess. That I'm gonna like literally warn you guys right now that sometime in November and December y'all gonna miss me because I'm not gonna be in social media. I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna be fine. Don't worry. Okay, the trolls ain't did nothing to me, and trust me, I'm not dumb enough to let that troll know where I live. And trolls have powers too. Did y'all know that? Somebody that's trolling could be practicing witchcraft. And we all know that my fake ex, troll ex, we all know that right now he's trying to use his special man magic to keep me trapped in this house. That's why I don't deal with unstable people. Get out of that house. No, stay there. Get away from here. No, stay here. No, I'm going back to KC Mo, and it's not going to change no matter what he does because he's already been trying. Now he's trying to move and uproot my children now because he don't want me to go. No, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. And I'm going to make sure that I'm very, very far away from you. Because, the original plan that I made with this troll was to bring my daughters back down here. I ain't bringing the rest of my family down here. Not to be anywhere near him and his mess, his fake fraud, scamming mess. I'm not doing it. I'm going back to my hometown. I'm done with it with everybody intact. And I'm definitely not going to go back there broke or sick or dead. There's a lot of hateful, oh my God, there's a lot of absolutely incomprehensible people. I personally would not be able to do it to maintain hatred against one person unless that person has done something to me. But even somebody that has done something to me, I'm going to transmute it, move on. I don't have time for you. That's how I feel about the situation. So people that are like that, that's why they constantly doing stuff. They're constantly making moves to try to do things to harm you. Up, let me send this back to you and keep it moving. I ain't nobody got time for this. Yeah, I take my energy back. Bye. It gets really annoying. It really does. So, social media is a mess and you can't do that. In fact, for me, if I were some of y'all influencers, if you've made any videos exposing somebody or your personal life, even if you made it 10 years ago, several years ago, I would remove the content. And I'm going to tell you why. that person may not still be able to sue you. There's some things where the statute of limitations is never up, but that person may not be able to sue you. But the negative karma that can come from that, because you made that video about that person, and somebody or a group of people or a bunch of people may still be watching that video, and they may just decide, I want to do something to this person. But that person, that happened 10 years ago. And really, it was just life. Then there's the disturbing trend in social media of getting mad about people ending friendships with you and then coming to social media. And I'm not talking about once or twice saying something, or, maybe having a meltdown because you want the friendship back. No, I'm talking about these people come to the social media and continue it. I mean, literally the same exact story, the only story that they have about that person that's either made up or embellished or whatever. They're just going to keep saying it over and over again for several years. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. And at that point, what they're doing is they're exploiting that person, but they're also exploiting themselves. It's exploitation. Trying to wake up this bad energy over and over and over again, trying to wake it up constantly when you should just be moving on from it. So people are not doing right. They're using social media as a tool of terrorism. And you know what? I can admit that I've been wrong sometimes. And it may not have been the best thing for me to address some of the stuff, but I'm sorry when people are saying disgusting, deplorable things about you that are not true. Now, I can't say that some of these trolls out here are rapists. If you're a troll and you're trolling the internet, you meet up with a woman and you have sex with her and you take revenge porn of her and you record it, you're recording videos of her to share with your sick troll friends or to share with your network, and you're taking videos of that woman and you're putting it out in the public, you're factually a rapist. That to me equals rape. It does. You're violating somebody. And the accountability is always going to have to be on that person. And people are doing it purposely, or either you're asking those people or you've given those people permission. I personally feel that a good man, to prove that you're a good man, to me, what he should have did was when he saw that people, if a man does that to you and he truly feels that he made a mistake and he's truly sorry, guess what that man is going to do? He's going to take money out of his own pocket to handle that situation. He's not going to sit back and allow people to continuously drop revenge porn on you and nude photos of you. And that's not just for you. He doesn't need to do that for you. He needs to do it for himself. Otherwise, every time one of your people that you gave those photographs to drops that porn, you got to get the backlash. You got to get the negativity. You got to get the negative karma straight up and down. And I don't care. And that's how my spirits feel. And trust me, I am fully aligned with my spirits. And here's another thing that this conversation is leading to, what I want to talk about today is watch out for these men though, and the women that go along with them. You see all these videos, right? You see all these videos of these men of the cloth and these religious men, and they're making videos saying things like how to rid yourself of the spirit of witchcraft. Let me tell you why some of those men are doing that. It's because they have wronged somebody, maybe even a witch, and either karma is getting them or either a witch is giving them back their bad energy. So that's why a lot of these men want to try to destroy the spirit of witchcraft, and they've been trying to do these stupid rituals to banish the goddess and to completely destroy witchcraft. And see, that, my friend, is where it's going to be a problem, because magic makes up about 80 to 90% of this world. Witchcraft makes up about 100% of nature. The air we breathe is magic. So these men are stupid. And there's this one chick uh in that vlogs on here, and she made a video entitled uh destroying Hecate. And they want to destroy the goddesses. They're really trying to attempt to do this. Well, I'm here to tell you that witches all over the world are going to continue to keep these spirits of the witch. The power of the witches will always rise every day when that sun rises and when it sets. So, people need to stop. Listen, stop harming women and children then. Stop. Who is making you do this? Who is telling you this is the correct choice for you to make? So, witches will always be. The goddess will always be. Durga will always be. Lilith will always be. Okay? So, that's why they fear witchcraft, because witchcraft holds them accountable for the rape, the murder, the thieving, all that stuff, the things that they do to women, the abuse, it holds them accountable. And I'm not down with them. I'd rather be without a lover or a man the rest of my life, and I stand strictly by my convictions when it comes to that. Because why do you feel the need to be a son of a bitch? That's my question. So, I'm not going to change my opinion. And I refuse. Oh God. Child, let me tell y'all something, baby, please. I refuse to give any disgusting natured man that wants to abuse women and children. I refuse to empower him in any way. In fact, I'll drain him. I'm not playing. I will drain him of his power. I will drain him from the rooter to the tutor. Spirit will do it because they ain't right. Okay? And no, I don't. No, I'm not a rest haven for men that want to harm women. So it's a lot of that going on to a lot of women. A lot of injustices, they create laws. And for some reason, because you're a woman, you don't get to benefit from that law, except when it comes to welfare. Really? So men have decided that women can't benefit from the laws that they created to protect us, even though they all came from women. They had to come from a woman. Okay? They all came from women. They got their life. The woman had to breathe life into their bodies. They're going to disrespect women by spitting in their faces, spitting at them, degrading them, harassing them, stalking them, disrespecting them. And But and so the only thing that we have the rights to is welfare. Oh no, buddy. Mm-mm. No, hon. And you women better start standing up to that. So right now, from about mid-month, I'm gonna tell you what a lot of these men are doing, and the women that cower underneath them. They've been doing spells and rituals on a lot of y'all to make you codependent on the government, to make you codependent on welfare, to make you codependent on Section 8, to make you codependent. Why? How is this going to help them? Not at all. It's not going to help them. They just do it because they feel as though women should be underneath them. They do it because they feel that women should be weak. They do it because they don't want women to have any security. They do it because they want to limit your options. So all month, especially this month, what they've been working on is keeping a lot of women on a cycle. Okay. They've been working on keeping you on a cycle to where, especially, I'm sorry, when it comes to black men, and I've got proof of this, it's the first of the month. How many of you business owners, that what does the first of the month mean to you? Nothing. Your business is selling all month long. People don't just need things at the first of the month. And I'm not trying to discount people that get government assistance. But, and here's another thing, what a lot of them do, what a lot of them do is they get their assistance, okay, and they run out of that assistance. And so that's why about mid to the end of the month, if you notice, they have a pattern, yeah, or even to be codependent on them. But a lot of them don't have anything to, they can't, yeah, but I'll get on that. Um, what they do is they done spend all they money, and then they get to acting a fool in social media about mid to end of month. Price starts comes up about, like, especially the 16th or the 17th of the month. What they do is they come and they get to acting a fool because they need extra money because they done spend up all their food stamps and stuff, and they don't have money all month long. They're not used to having money. They're not. And I'm not talking about people. I swear to God, I'm not talking about people that are on welfare. I'm not doing that. I'm just telling y'all what these people are doing. I'm telling, and the people that are doing it, they're not, well, they may or may not be on welfare or something. And like I said, nobody nobody is going to, first of all, I had a black man who works closely together with other trolls. I'm sorry, he's not a man, he's a troll. He told me to something about welfare or something, right? Now, keep in mind, I've never been on welfare, ever. I've never been on welfare, and I've never gotten disability or an SSI check ever. Not for any of my children or any of that. I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with that. Okay. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I've gotten WIC before, and I may have even collected, a couple of months of cash benefits years ago, like 20 years ago. Yeah. As far as me making the progression in my life the way that I did financially, spiritually, and he was trying to make me regress back because he's an idiot. That's why. He's an idiot troll. But they do it around this time of the month, and they attack people because now trolls, they think of welfare as punishment. Well, it's not punishment. It's a little bit of help from the government. And at the time that I received it 20 years ago, I appreciated it. I appreciated everything that I've received. But now it's a punishment. They see it as a punishment. So they're trying to do their. I Okay. So I'm gonna tell you something. I witnessed a black man, and this was in spirit, but I witnessed a black man doing a ritual, and he had all sorts of pamphlets printed out from welfare, WIC, food stamps, the benefits program, binding that, trying to bind it to photographs of women. And they expect to be taken seriously. Really? I swear, I'm not kidding with y'all. That's I saw this man doing that, and you know what he did? He pretty much put himself in that position. Is what he did. That's insane. And he's a black man chanting and going, welfare, she will be on welfare. She will be on welfare. She'll never make money. Oh, humana, 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 humana. Yeah. Wasn't doing a ritual to protect his children. Wasn't doing a ritual to heal himself. Wasn't doing a ritual to do, I saw this. I witnessed this in spirit. Keep her in chains. Keep her in the chains of poverty. Keep her. Hamada, hamada, I shit y'all not. I know that sometimes when I say things, it can sound funny, but I'm telling y'all the whole truth. Sick. Sick and sick minded. My spirits was like, don't worry, he's binded. Yeah. So, I think it's crazy. And and I don't understand why. You could tell though, because that troll group, that group of trolls, they always constantly, that's all they talk about is welfare and poverty, Section 8, pimping and hoeing, diseases, AIDS. That's all they talk about is lower vibrational crap. They don't, and they usually have a photograph of you because they're disgusting. These men should be thrown off of the earth. Yeah, Unique J, I saw it. I was like, what is he doing? He going to Poe, trying to doing binding spells to welfare. Like, what the? Who would even think to do that? Somebody jealous and crazy. I said, you're a welfare queen. You're on welfare. Welfare, but just, spitting and going and rubbing his semen all over a picture, rubbing his semen all over a picture. My semen will make welfare happen. Like, yeah, because your semen apparently is dead. The hell is wrong with you? I had never seen something so depraved in my life. I don't want you to have any money. And if you notice, it is like, for some reason, I mean, you hear stories about white men killing white women. You do. But why is it a whole bunch of, like, look at the internet, y'all? Like, it's black men are killing successful black women in droves. Like, what the hell is wrong with these men? Unique J said, I know, right? Absolutely disgusting. Like, and here's the whole thing about it. For a man to actually do that shows how broken and broke he actually is. That's a vagrant spirit that's inside of him. Because why do you care? And so let me get on what you were saying, codependent on them. They don't have nothing to offer you. That's why they want to stop your money. So it's not like when you reverse it and send it all back to them, like it's going to actually hurt them because they don't have a pot to piss in nor a boot to throw it out with. What are they going to lose? They not going to lose nothing. They can't lose something that they never had. You got something to lose. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. And then you got some of these so-called witches out here that are claiming that whenever a witch starts her company on here, that she stole my power. Like, what? Somebody need, y'all, up until I had to start reclaiming my own personal power, I had never even thought about vampiring off of nobody. Not once in the years that I've been here. Never once have I done that. Once. Everything that I earned was my own personal power, and using the source, which is the universe and the earth, the abundant earth, the grass, the leaves. I could go out there right now and gather up a bunch of leaves that fell off of the tree and do spiritual work with it. I got acorns going up and down the end of my yard right there. Hey Natalie. Yeah, I don't like why do you, and so they'll say, that's my power. I had that. You had what? I got to take my power back from you. But me and you aren't even like, so that's just like, let's say that you have two hoodoo practitioners on here, and one hoodoo practitioner, they're both hoodoo practitioners, and one hoodoo practitioner say, you stole my power. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? They're crazy. She fed off of me. No, you just felt some type of way because you couldn't stop obsessively watching that person and getting jealous of them and feeling some type of way. Seriously. So, yeah, we got to be careful out here in social media. It's 2 o'clock. I noticed that I ain't got the phone call that I was looking for yet. So I gotta call somebody. I gotta make a couple of business calls. So it's getting late. I will see y'all later. Yeah, it's a lot of crazy people out here. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, do you know that I have blood in my body? I have ancestors. I'm my own person. No, we're all just reflections of one another. And we're all one person. Like, somebody get the padded room ready, please. Please. Because this person has lost their mind and they're very focused on it too. Just like somebody accusing somebody of coming to the South and trying to steal their magic because they're from somewhere else. Huh? What did you just say? You're down here in the South robbing us. I'm down here in the South. I'm robbing the South. No. So let me say something about that real quick. Um, somebody that moves from the somebody that is born in the Midwest. Actually, I bought my Midwestern power down here, and that was my own personal power. Um, I didn't have to come down here and steal nothing from the South. I don't understand. It's weird. It's very strange. If anything, I came down here and got and And the wolves tried to eat me. They tried to feed off of me. And they did. Sick. And you know what? When you feed off of somebody's energy, you got to get it back. Hey, Shamika, good afternoon. So anyway, y'all, let me go. I gotta go and get ready to make this phone call. I will see y'all later. Okay, y'all have a good one. Be careful out here in social media, man. Make the best decision. That's one of the reasons why, as an influencer, I am gonna watch. Even though I've had people really, really irritate me with attacking my kids, and that's why they did it, because they wanted me to get out of character, or not out of character. They just wanted me to get. They wanted to get me out of my good energy. Okay, they wanted to, and that's why they do the things that they do. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one. Blessings. Bye.